been to Amy and Derek. All right, and the pantomime show. We have Contemporary, and I just want to say that I watched this piece twice in studio and then on TV, and I was sobbing both times.
I was in the studio.
I was dying.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was dying. It was amazing. It was
when she
emotional.
walked out, it was just, everyone was just like pulling themselves together. It was.
And I think, you know, going to the end of what Robin said, but Robin just said, I hope you know what you're inspiring. You're inspiring people that are coming from war, that are, you know, coming with missing limbs. Yeah. Boston Marathon, like we have a lot of examples, and for her to just be like, I can do this, you can do this.
Yeah.
And her package, her video,
dying.
holy
Incredible.
moly.
I watched it twice, and I'm like, I can't.
I was at the gym the first time I watched it, working out.
You must have been
West
beside
Coast
yourself.
time.
I mean,
I was literally sobbing at the gym.
Sure.
People
At the
looking at me like,
it wasn't
"Is she
sweat.
okay?"
It was tears.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This was definitely from the. It was kind of like when her package, right, a little video towards the end. I started to get like teary-eyed.
Allergies.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And then the first moment of him picking her sitting and him picking her up, I was done. From the very first moment, that routine captivated me, held me, and caught me, and it lingered with me after they were done.
Yep.
Brilliant.
This is one we're going to be talking about years from now, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Sorry.
I've watched it a few times since that one, and each time I just lose it. I'm so inspired. I'm sure she's inspiring millions, but I personally am very, very inspired.
What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, it was definitely a very great piece. I'm not much of a crier, but like I just got teary-eyed, and it was just so touching. Just it's just one of those pieces, you know. It's just one of those pieces that like I didn't care. Like it wasn't even on a show anymore. It was like to the whole you know, the whole world to see, and to inspire, and to like captivate, and it was amazing. It's
one of those numbers that literally lifts you up to
Exactly.
another level.
Exactly.
Kind of like Pink at the award show, remember?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep,
It's a moment.
And you know, here's the one thing, a compliment to Derek. He always choreographs very strategically, but it's interesting because her movement is going to be a little bit more limited. She can't be like running across the floor all the time, especially it was basically like she was on point dancing all the time.
The feet were positioned
like that. So you know, he uses a smaller space with her, but still makes it work. And I thought that was just really smart, and to see it in studio. And he did that last week too, I think, a little bit with the smaller stage, but very wise. Yeah, very wise.
Yeah, super. I mean,
you can't comment. It's hard to comment.
You know how, like, see I mean, she's an Olympian as well, right? So
yeah,
she's
bronze medal winner.
But she's not only in another level of the difficulty that she actually does. I mean, all those lifts were
sensational.
They were hard.
Yeah.
They were hard.
They were clean, and everything was
precise.
Right there with music, and she was so musical and so emotional. But she's on another level of just the weight, the emotional and feeling, and
we all feel it.
Yes, the way she affects us emotionally, it's another level. And honestly, her is the person that I'm looking forward every single week to see what else gonna happen. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
I know this is fast forwarding to their end when they got their scores, but I love the fact that Derek was just like, what about his premiere later on that night?
Oh,
you know, that it was just like he wasn't even there.
Yeah, he was in the zone still. I mean, they got 9s. Now I've heard from a lot of fans, they were kind of wishing at least someone threw out a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Louis Van Amstel had even said it. You know, he threw it out there.
Yeah, we all thought, us in with Kim, she won't mind me saying, and Adam would have given them 10s. We all would have. I didn't get why that didn't happen. What on earth was missing? I have no idea.
Because I listened back to the judges' comments as well, and there wasn't anything that was like, we'd like you to improve upon this or do that.
Anna, technically, I mean, compared to Matt, you know, the other 10s that were given out, was there a lot missing?
I would definitely give them a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's contemporary, right? So it's not like there's a proper technique, and I'm sure contemporary purists will disagree with me, but
compared,
but there's not a list of rules for contemporary.
There isn't.
Yeah,
it's a lot more free.
Yeah,
and the way it was, everything was together, working in unison, and emotionally filled, and musically filled, and lines were finished, and the lifts were clean from the beginning to end. I mean, what more could a girl do?
Yeah.
That
I don't know what she could have done. at that point. She was amazing.
Yeah.
So we would have given it a 40 instead of a 36.
Would love to see it 10 then. We love.
Just letting you know, judging panel. Okay.
He was a bit at a disadvantage, Charlie, our charmer Charlie, of going after Amy. So we just had this really deep moment that took us to another level, right, of just emotion.
And then happy,
and then it's like, what? Huh?
Perhaps that's why the producers did it, though. Really happy.
Well, absolutely. But because what Amy was able to do right before was so rich and thick, and then what Charlie was able to do, and like your comment of like just the performance wasn't quite as strong. It's in the comparison, right? It was just that disadvantage for him, unfortunately, and I know exactly why producers did it, just to kind of give it a bit more of a.
Well, it needs that. It can't be all the same
It can't
level.
all be all sad, but it's like I almost feel like they should have left Amy for the very end, you know,
to end the night.
But I also understand why they didn't, because they wanted it to end up on the positive, the jive, because we had 2 jives after that. They're like, okay, if not the first jive, the second jive will
get
you here. Yeah, we'll get you out their audience. So I understand that, but a bit disadvantaged. The other thing